Welcome to Mr. Marr's Lockdown History, quick 2-minute summaries about a variety of different history topics. In today's episode, we're going to be looking at the work of the Suffragettes, who were a key feature of the campaign to win women the right to vote in British elections. It's worth noting that although the Suffragettes are associated with violence, it wasn't always like this. Many people who were suffragettes had in fact started out using perfectly peaceful campaign methods, and the suffragettes themselves did this too. They published newspapers and pamphlets, they went on marches, and they did a variety of things which could be deemed responsible. However, ultimately this clearly failed to win them the right to vote, and as they began to lose patience, things began to step up a gear and to turn into violence. There are a variety of different violent campaigns which are remembered. Some of these involved attacking politicians and police officers. The Prime Minister was even attacked during a game of golf that he played at Lossiemouth. Others were involved in arson, with attempts to burn down places such as Lookers train station and Ayr and Perth racecourses. Acid was poured on golf courses, and there was various other actions taken, all of which could be deemed as violent. This included the cutting of telephone lines in places like Kilmarnock. Perhaps most famously, Emily Davison, who was a suffragette, ran out in front of the King's Horse at the Derby in 1913 and was killed in the process. This eventually escalated further. The use of violence resulted in women being arrested and sent to prison, and to further promote the campaign, many of them went on hunger strike. This was incredibly embarrassing for the government, so at first force feeding was used, but then something known as the Cat and Mouse Act, which was basically a method of releasing the women until they were healthy enough to be rearrested. There's a significant debate about the role of the suffragettes in getting women the right to vote. Some people suggest they helped because they created huge publicity which forced the government to address the issue of why women were being allowed to vote. However, many people believe they hurt the campaign. They believe they showed women as irresponsible and undeserving of the right to vote, and as such may have hurt the campaign rather than actually helped. What is clear is that eventually, in 1918, and properly in 1928, women finally achieved voting equality with men.